A firstborn is someone who opens the womb of the mother. It can be a male, it can be a female. In every tradition, firstborn inherit the lion's share of the father's inheritance. Also, in some cases, firstborn also inherit the spiritual blessings. Now, let's go take a look at some firstborns that lost their rights. Reuben, you are my firstborn, no? You are the one that opened your mother's womb.
So if every day those also are living here,
you are entitled to the lion's share of my inheritance. You are entitled to the lion's share of my spiritual blessing. But thou shalt not excel. You cannot excel. This is what so many firstborns are going through. And there's a reason why the father placed that curse. Because he slept with the father's wife. And the father now issued that curse in anger. Pray like this. Every curse of thou shalt not excel issued against me by my parents in anger be destroyed now by the blood of Jesus Christ.
There's no one like you, Jesus. There's no one like you in all the earth.
My name is Richard Edoko. OPM.
Dr. Jesus in action.
What brought me here today is the healing of God. This church, nobody carry me come now. God invite me through dream. And all my program, goal of Dr. Jesus, we finish it.
Give Jesus a clap of it. Say now God carry and come.
What happened on the 6th of April this year? I come for coconut night. I do come. I know they miss some. Daddy prophesied that there is a man here. He has diabetes. I got that diabetes when I was 28 years. 28 years.
Wait, 28 years ago now you get this diabetes?
Yes.
And you are now what?
I am now 58 years.
So 28 to how many years? 30 years diabetes. And there's a prophecy. Do they have the prophecy? Look at somebody with serious diabetes. But as you took the blood of Jesus, that excess sugar in your blood have disappeared. So after the prophecy, what happened?
So after the prophecy, I didn't even know that it is me. I get the machine of sugar. I do test myself every two days. I reach house. I start to piece excess. I say, wow.
Oh, after you came back from church?
Yes.
You started piecing excess?
Yes. So after 1 week, it stopped. I checked myself. 3.1.
Hey! Give Jesus a wonderful clap of diabetes of 30-something years. Just coming to OPM. He started urinating everything. The prophecy came. He urinated everything. Bam, he went to test it again. 3.1.
So I continued checking. 4.1, 4.2, just like that. The highest that I test, 5.7. Doctor say it's normal.
Give Jesus a clap of
30 years, I know they eat gari. Anything gari, rice, yam, I know they eat.
Oh! Including Lolo.
I know the near because I take the instruction from my doctor.
For 30 years. If you don't eat Lolo, what do you go eat, Kwano? Oh!
I only eat wheat. Oh, but right from that day till today, I'm taking Gary where I know they eat. I eat rice, all things I didn't eat, I eat. And when I test, normal.
Give Jesus a clap offering. Only Dr. Jesus can do this.
There's no one like you, Jesus. There's no one like you in all the earth.
PM,
Dr. Jesus in action.
Dr. Jesus in action.
God is here.
We are Mr. and Mrs. Peter here. We came here seeking for the fruit of the womb. We have prayed, we have cried, we have complained, we have waited. Today, the Lord has given us triple for our shame.
Triplets. 1, 2, 3. How many years of marriage?
11 years.
Give Jesus a wonderful clap offering. After 11 years, God, this God. Now what for you? Now what for you? Now what?
There's no one like you, Jesus. There's no one like you in all the earth.
Dr. Jesus in action.
God is here.
My name is Lulu Chimenim, and this is my sister, Precious Lulu. I'm here to testify the goodness of the Lord in her life. It all started 2016. She has been having severe headache, loss of memory, and protruded tummy, and also severe stomach upset.
Wait,
And-
that's when you say produce tummy, that is
Like her tummy is
it's like oye di email. Oh, so when she dey waka for the people, she dey waka like this. People say, see this small girl wey get belle. Chey, see this small girl wey get belle.
It was so severe. It became more severe in this 2021 that her mom decided to go to hospitals searching for help, but to no avail. They said that it's just blood reduction, that her blood is down. To an extent, the lab scientists, because of the way she was looking thinner than this. Because of the way she was looking, the lab scientists has to conduct HIV tests on her and sickle cell tests on her, which I have the results here. It all proved negative. So the mother could not bear it anymore. She had to go from church to church. The last church she went to, they said that she should bring that she's suffering from spirit husband. That the spirit husband is responsible for everything, and also the spirit husband also is responsible for her not seeing her messes. She's 16 years now and she has never seen her messes. So that the man has told the mom to bring 120,000 to do
what?
a spiritual work.
Criminal Nigeria Limited. 150, 120 to do spiritual work.
So the mother could not afford it since they hugged Zobo on the street and there was lack of financial
How
aid.
can somebody hawking Zobo bring 120? These pastors are heartless.
And also since they lost she lost her dad. So because of that, the mother could not bear it anymore. The mother had to bring her to my father. She's actually my cousin sister. The mother had to bring her to my father to explain to him what is happening to her. So my dad had to go and run a test, the same thing. They said nothing was wrong with her, that she was perfectly okay, but she was dying inside. To an extent, whenever she sleeps, she dangles like a snake. She dangles. So my dad now had to say, okay, this has gone beyond, that she should take water spirit assignment. Since my dad is a member of OPM, she should take water spirit assignment, which she did. She did her mercy prayer. On the day of her mercy prayer, she slept. After her mercy prayer, she slept that night. When she had a dream that she saw a very strong man. The man said that he wants to kill her, but she said, you cannot kill me. So she said she don't know what came into her, supernatural power that came into her hand, she dragged the knife out of the man's hand and started running away. So when she woke up, the severe headache, the prostrated tummy, and also the severe tummy pain, they all ceased.
Clap for Dr. Jesus. Power. Let me bring 120. Make we do spiritual work. Something where we want to use the Bible so for and drink.
So for that before then, Dana said there was coconut night. So she came for the coconut night. A word of prophecy came that there is any ring binding you and a man from the water. Break. So it was for her because they said she had a spiritual husband. She sprayed it violently. So another prophecy came again and said that there's a sister here. They have used the nylon to cover your messes, that you have not seen your messes. She prayed that one violently.
And she's 16 years.
She's 16 years.
And she had never seen her messes.
Never seen her messes. So she prayed that one violently. So last week Sunday, there was a girl that came here to testify that she have not seen her mercy for 5 months. She killed into it. She said that by this time on Sunday, I will be the one to testify. So on Monday, when she went to bathe, all of a sudden, she saw her messes. It came out for the first time in her life.
For the first time in her life.
For the first time.
Her messes came out. Can we see the prophecy on the night vigil? Open your 2 legs. I'm seeing a satanic nylon. They used to block a sister's system. That is why the message cannot come out. But right now, I am releasing the fire of God upon that nylon. Yes. Oh yeah, you nylon blocking the message from flowing out. You nylon from the water. You nylon from witchcraft coven. Oh yeah, catch fire, catch fire, catch fire, catch fire, catch fire, catch fire. Between now and 24 hours, your message shall be restored back. Give Jesus a word.
I'm here on behalf of God to return all the glory to God for what He has done and OPM for everything. Thank you.
Your Mega Power Ministries, OPM Worldwide presents Dr. Jesus Night with Coconut. It is a night where the mercy of God will interrupt long existing negative systems. It is a night where God Himself will break what men said cannot be broken. It is a night where barriers will be dismantled and strongholds pulled down. It is a night where God will breathe life into every dry areas of our lives and give us testimony that men cannot deny. It is a night to take back what rightfully belongs to us. Date Friday 29th May 2026. Time 8 p.m. till dawn. Venue OPM headquarters, Dr. Jesus City, Mbodo Alu, River State, Nigeria. Come expectant, ready to pray with your coconut and receive the anointing of pulling down and building up. OPM, Dr. Jesus in action. Dr. Jesus in action. God is here.
Dr. Jesus in action.
God is here.
My name is Vivian
Let me speak
Wakeze.
louder.
My name is Vivian Wakeze. I am here to testify on behalf of my family. Thank God, on behalf of my family and my son here. 2017, one of my friends visited me. She said I should come to OPM. That the hardship is so much on me. That let me come to OPM. That you know me very well. That if I bring out mine to do anything, I will give testimony.
Come to OPM, you give testimony.
So I now called my son. We came to this place. We did assignment. We picked the assignment. In the evening, we slept here. My son have not done that kind of prayers before, fasting.
Nobody have done that kind of prayer. Just one prayer point. Oh Lord, have mercy upon me. Oh Lord, have mercy upon me.
So I asked him, can you do it? He said, yes, mommy, the suffering is much. So after
The suffering, I will do it, mommy. The suffering is too much. I will do it. Remember, because of suffering they came.
After the assignment, we now left. So as soon as we get to the gate, so people on our phone, people that have not been calling us before, my phone started ringing, so many messages.
Wait, listen very well. Oh. They came because of hardship. Things were difficult. Somebody told them to come. They came. And they did the mercy prayer. As they finished the mercy prayer, is it that same day or maybe 1 month later that people started?
That the same day.
That the same day. As she was going, you know, when you're doing mercy prayer, you off your phone. As he off the phone, he said the people that have not been calling her since started calling her. What is this? People that they started calling you.
So even his daddy brother that's supposed to help him to get admission in Calabar. So we even went to him. He didn't do anything. There was no money. He lost the admission in 2017 because of money. 2018, as soon as we finished here, the assignment, my son got admission. The man started calling. I told him,
the man started calling.
Yes.
The same man you were going to for assistant is the one now calling.
Yes.
All your helpers that are not taking your calls, you call them, they don't pick. You call them, they're busy. From now, as you are leaving the church today, they shall begin to call you.
So he said my son should come to Calabar. I said no. I've already paid for his acceptance fee. I've already paid. I've secured admission, house and admission for him. So no need. So he keep on begging that I should cancel that one, let him come. I said no. So, but God did one thing for me here. God opened road for me.
God opened road for me.
Everywhere was blocked. So it was a problem for us. So I was doing business attack everywhere. But today I thank God. My son have graduated. From that 2018, he got admission. He graduated November last year. I thank God. And I came here when I was crying that 2018. I said, God, if my son graduates from university and I did not borrow money to pay his school fees, I did not beg, I will buy goats and come here and thank God.
I will buy man to thank God.
To thank God. And God did it for me. He come out successfully. No problem, no bad news. I thank God for
Give Jesus a clap offering.
This is the goat, sir.
Okay, this is the goat.
There's no one like you, Jesus. There's no one like you in all the earth.
Dr. Jesus in action.
Dr. Jesus in action.
God is here.
I am Mr. Nebi Abraham from Kana Branch 1. I received my deliverance from last General Mercy Prayer we had here last week.
Last General Mercy Prayer on the 25th of December.
And that happened to be the first time ever since I came to OPM. And the deliverance is from the affliction of masturbation, tormenting my life here and there.
Wait, you have been masturbating?
Yes. Tormenting my life badly. But after last General Mercy Prayer, there was a great hand that restored me, that delivered me. And today, I'm sure, nothing of such will come up again in my life.
Give Jesus a clap of praise. Now, this masturbation, it comes like that.
Unnecessary urge.
The urge will come.
Yes.
And you start doing it.
Yes.
But from that day of the mercy prayer, no more urge.
No way, no way, no way, no way, no way. So
Give Jesus a clap of praise.
as if that is not enough, my wife's business was very down. There was a restoration. Again, academic restoration, I experienced it. Also experienced financial restoration. I said, this time around, I'm not going to waste time to come here
Yes, sir.
and thank God for this great work. And I've also promised, the rest of my life, I will serve this God as a minister of the gospel.
Give Jesus a clap of praise.
God that have done this to me, I've come here to say, may Him alone receive all the glory, all the honor, all the worship, praises, and thanksgiving.
Largely underdeveloped transportation space is gradually evolving into a modern economic gateway, supporting logistics, tourism, maritime.
Dr. Jesus in action.
My name is Blessing Undubisi. Last 2 years, I was a victim of 419. I went to Transamadi Slaughter. On my way coming back, I entered One Chance. On the process, they collected 90,000 naira cash, and the remaining money they asked me to bring 1 million naira. I said, where can I bring such amounts? They said I should go and search both my friends them. So when they collected the 90,000 naira, I went to my friend's place. What I saw was 50,000 naira. They gave me the account number. So I went to the bank to transfer the money for them. After I finished transferring the money for them, that was when I realized myself. So after everything, went to the police station. Police took the case to the bank because of the bank number. They went to the bank. They did everything possible for the money to come out. There was no way to track the woman down. So after this...
To track the woman, is it a woman?
Yes, it was a woman.
It's a woman now, they do 419. So the one chance, not a man again, a woman.
So after everything, no way to track her down. But last month...
So police even went to bank.
Yes.
To see whether they can track through the account number, this BVN. Whether you fit for where they look
She
at
was using a man name, but a woman picture. So no way to track her down. But
so last month.
After one-on-one counseling with Daddy, because I came for the single program. So my 17 days of the assignment, the woman came to the police station looking for me.
Wait. Wait. This woman duped you how many years ago?
2 years ago.
And they couldn't trace her.
Yes.
After the one-on-one counseling, the woman used her own leg. Only am waka come. Waka go police station. I'm looking for the girl I duped 2 years ago. I don't know who is holding what belongs to you. Today, they shall come back with it in the name of Jesus. Continue. So when they go police station, what happened?
She was now, the police people now called me that there is a case you register for police that should come. I came to the police station. When I came, I saw the woman. And so the woman started pleading with me that the money is how much. I told her, no, the money is 140. Instantly, she withdrew 80,000 naira and gave to me. That ending of this month, she's going to bring the remaining balance. On Thursday, she brought the remaining 60,000 naira.
Listen, I don't know what you have lost. If I be a man of God, if I be a man of God, recover everything you have lost in the name of Jesus. It's done. Kneel down.
Your Mega Power Ministries, OPM Worldwide presents Dr. Jesus Night with Coconut. It is a night where the mercy of God will interrupt long existing negative systems. It is a night where God Himself will break what men said cannot be broken. It is a night where barriers will be dismantled and strongholds pulled down. It is a night where God will breathe life into every dry areas of our lives and give us testimonies that men cannot deny. It is a night to take back what rightfully belongs to us. Date Friday 29th May 2026. Time 8 p.m. till dawn. Venue OPM headquarters, Dr. Jesus City, Mbodo Alu, River State, Nigeria. Come expectant, ready to pray with your coconut and receive the anointing of pulling down and building up. OPM, Dr. Jesus in action. Dr. Jesus in action. God is here.
Carter Bridge remains one of Lagos' most critical transportation links. Connecting Lagos Island to the mainland, the bridge supports thousands of commuters and commercial movements daily. Over decades, heavy traffic pressure and structural wear required extensive rehabilitation works. And under the Renewed Hope infrastructure drive, emergency repairs of the bridge's substructure and underwater elements were undertaken by Julius Berger, Nigeria. Carter Bridge remains one of Lagos' most critical transportation links. Connecting Lagos Island to the mainland, the bridge supports thousands of commuters and commercial movements daily. Over decades, heavy traffic pressure and structural wear required extensive rehabilitation works. And under the Renewed Hope infrastructure drive, emergency repairs of the bridge's substructure and underwater elements were undertaken by Julius Berger, Nigeria PLC. For Lagos and the millions of residents whose livelihoods depend on moving across the city's lagoon, preserving critical infrastructure means preserving life itself.
People with one heart for one cause, we're determined to rebuild and restore. Where freedom rise and truth.
For more than 3 decades, the third mainland bridge has remained one of the defining symbols of Lagos. Completed in 1990, the bridge has transformed movement across the city, linking Lagos mainland to Lagos Island through one of Africa's longest bridges and most important urban transportation corridors. Today, the bridge records well over 120,000 vehicle movements daily. Over time, heavy traffic pressure, marine exposure, and structural stress placed enormous strain on critical underwater components beneath the bridge. Under the Renewed Hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the federal government initiated one of the most technically complex structural interventions ever undertaken on the bridge. For the first time at this scale, extensive underwater and structural rehabilitation works targeted underwater pile caps, bridge piers, deck soffits, and critical load-bearing elements beneath the bridge itself. Executed by Julius Berger, Nigeria PLC, the intervention marks a major transition from routine maintenance to deep structural preservation for one of Nigeria's most strategic transportation assets. The milling and upgrade of surface components have also given the bridge a new look, one befitting of one of Africa's largest economies. Several other critical bridges across Lagos supporting commercial and logistics have also undergone major rehabilitation interventions. Marine Bridge supports one of Nigeria's busiest freight and industrial logistics corridors. The bridge plays a major role in supporting cargo movement, access to Apapa Tinkan Port, freight operations, and industrial transportation around Apapa and environs. Corrective and emergency repairs focused on improving safety, structural durability, traffic efficiency, and logistics movement across the Apapa axis.
As a people with one heart for one cause, we're determined to rebuild and restore.
At Eco Bridge, emergency structural interventions improved mobility across critical urban transportation routes linking Alaka, Osborne, and adjoining ramps. These interventions are strengthening movement across Lagos' economic corridors and improving logistics efficiency within Nigeria's busiest commercial city. Beyond Lagos, the Renewed Hope Infrastructure Drive is also expanding connectivity across other southwest states. In Oyo State, the Iwo-Ate Road project is improving regional access, supporting local trade and strengthening mobility within surrounding communities. The impact of these projects extends far beyond transportation and trade alone. Infrastructure represents productivity and development. Across the southwest, these interventions are improving logistics efficiency, reducing travel time, supporting commerce, strengthening industrial productivity, improving freight movement, attracting investment confidence, and creating economic opportunities across multiple sectors. Construction activities across these corridors have also generated employment for engineers, artisans, equipment operators, truck drivers, surveyors, suppliers, and thousands of skilled and unskilled workers across the construction value chain. The Southwest remains Nigeria's commercial heartbeat, and preserving mobility across the region means strengthening national productivity, industrial growth, urban movement, maritime trade, and local and international commerce. Together, these projects represent over 1.58 trillion naira in strategic infrastructure investment, approximately 137.5 kilometers of major road and bridge corridors, and one of the most ambitious regional infrastructure renewal efforts currently underway in Nigeria. Across the southwest, roads are being built, bridges are being preserved, and economic corridors are being restored. Road by road, bridge by bridge, corridor by corridor. And through infrastructure, Nigeria is moving toward a stronger, more connected future. Under the leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, and through the implementation drive of the Federal Ministry of Works under Senator Engineer David Umahi, Nigeria's infrastructure story is entering a new chapter. A chapter defined by durability, innovative engineering, enhanced connectivity, and national renewal. This is more than construction. This is national transformation in motion. This is the Renewed Hope Infrastructure Revolution.
To uphold the honor of our land and for generations to come.
After the Nigerian Civil War, the federal government under Yakubu Gowon began rebuilding major roads across southeastern Nigeria in the 1970s to restore transportation, economic activities, and movement across the region. During this period, strategic highways such as the Enugu-Onitsha Expressway and Enugu-Port Harcourt Road were developed and expanded, with several sections opened in phases to support trade, national unity, and economic recovery. In the years that followed, different administrations also carried out rehabilitation and reconstruction efforts on several federal roads across the southeast. These efforts were not enough, as many of the roads gradually deteriorated due to increasing traffic pressure, aging infrastructure, and inadequate maintenance. For millions of people across the region, traveling was stressful and dangerous. Traders struggled to move goods to markets. Students faced difficult journeys to school. Businesses recorded losses, and many communities repeatedly complained about failed roads and endless traffic delays.
So what we are suffering here is too much.
I don't even know when I'm getting to my destination today, maybe tomorrow, I don't know.
Until the emergence of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who introduced a renewed wave of infrastructure development, many of these challenges persisted. Today, across southeastern Nigeria, several major federal road projects that had suffered delays or remained incomplete for years are now receiving accelerated attention, funding, and construction. From major expressways and bridges to critical transport corridors, these projects are improving road safety, reducing travel time, boosting economic activities, and bringing renewed hope to millions of Nigerians across southeastern Nigeria.
Sit back and join us as we take you through some of the major projects completed and now ready for commissioning, including the 33-kilometer Enugu to Onitsha Expressway by SKECC, the 23-span Eke Obinagu flyover measuring 1.05 kilometers by 2 by Reinforced Global Resources, the 56.1 by 2 equaling 112.2 kilometers plus 4.3 kilometer service lane by Arab contractors across southeastern Nigeria as the story unfolds.
The 23-span flyover bridge at Eke Obinagu along the Enugu-Abakaliki Road is a transportation infrastructure project developed to improve traffic movement and enhance connectivity within Enugu State, Southeast region, and beyond. Located along the busy Enugu-Abakaliki Road, the bridge serves as a critical link between Cross River, Ebonyi, Enugu, and Anambra states, while supporting movement towards major commercial and agricultural communities across southeastern Nigeria and beyond. Over time, commuters traveling from Abakaliki, Ogoja, and surrounding parts of the southeast into Enugu and beyond often faced severe traffic delays at the Eke Obinagu junction.
This place is just a war road, though, because we have so many challenges here. We have almost 3 or 4 markets around this place. Yeah, so but this place is too busy always because of the road problem. We're almost having challenges of hold up, and because of the people that used to be in this market area, it's too difficult for somebody to meet up where he's approaching.
The situation was equally difficult for travelers returning from Lagos through Asaba or from Abuja through Benue and Onitsha towards Abakaliki, as well as passengers trying to access the Akanui Biam International Airport in Enugu. At the center of the challenge was the Eke Obinagu junction, where 4 major markets and busy connecting roads converged, creating constant traffic congestion, gridlock, and long travel delays for motorists and commercial transport operators. During peak periods, especially in the mornings and almost every evening, Traffic congestion around the junction sometimes lasted between 6 and 9 hours, leaving thousands of commuters stranded for long periods. The situation affected daily business activities, slowed down transportation, and created difficulties for commuters moving between Enugu State, Ebonyi State, and neighboring regions. To provide a permanent solution to the growing traffic challenges, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2024 approved the construction of the Eke Obinagu flyover bridge as part of ongoing efforts to modernize critical road infrastructure across the country. The project was designed to decongest the junction, improve travel time, and create a safer and more efficient transportation route for all. Construction of the project was handled by Reinforced Global Resources, with the bridge developed using modern engineering standards and reinforced construction technology designed for durability and long-term performance. The flyover bridge stretches approximately 1.05 kilometers and includes dual service lanes constructed to support smoother vehicular movement around the area and adjoining communities. To ensure effective traffic management, the project incorporated 23 bridge spans, elevated carriageways, drainage systems, and supporting road infrastructure aimed at separating through traffic from local traffic within the Eke Obinagu axis. Today, the 23-span flyover bridge at Eke Obinagu has been completed 100%, bringing major relief to commuters and transport operators using the road. Motorists who previously spent long hours navigating congestion at the junction can now experience smoother movement and faster travel time between Enugu, Abakaliki, and other connecting routes across the southeast. This project now improves road safety, stimulates economic activities, and strengthens transportation efficiency for travelers, businesses, and surrounding communities.
The Enugu-Onitsha Expressway is one of the most important federal highways in southeastern Nigeria, linking Enugu and Anambra states, while serving as a major economic route between the southeast, south-south, and northern parts of the country. The highway connects key commercial cities including Enugu, Awka, and Onitsha, while also providing access to the Second Niger Bridge, making it critical for transportation, trade, and regional integration. Originally developed in the mid-1970s during the military administration of General Olusegun Obasanjo, the highway was later expanded under President Shehu Shagari between 1979 and 1983 as part of efforts to improve federal road infrastructure after the Civil War. Over the years, increasing traffic, aging pavement, and heavy commercial activities weakened the road, leaving large portions severely damaged and causing gridlock, accidents, and long travel delays. Several administrations, including those of Olusegun Obasanjo, Goodluck Jonathan, and Muhammadu Buhari, attempted different rehabilitation works on the road. However, despite repeated repairs, many failed sections continue to deteriorate due to traffic pressure, drainage problems, and the collapse of the old pavement structure. By 2022, the project had been re-awarded by the previous administration, but construction activities did not fully commence until the coming of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Before the present administration, journeys between Enugu and Onitsha could take as much as 7 hours due to failed sections and severe congestion. especially following increased traffic from the completion of the second Niger Bridge.
No vehicle plying through it, and yet it's a dual carriage road.
Most of our drivers now from Lagos, they don't like to come to Enugu. If you call them, are you coming to Enugu? They say no, there's no road at Onitsha.
In response, the federal government, under the leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, accelerated reconstruction works on the highway as part of efforts to modernize critical road infrastructure nationwide.
We said we will do this road. We are determined to do it. The way we are going, we have a road that we outline us and outlive all of us here present. That is how to build the future.
The project is being funded mainly by MTN Nigeria under the federal government's Road Infrastructure Tax Credit Scheme. While the MTN project is about 90% completed and scheduled for commissioning by December 2026.
So my name is Sachin Thakre. I'm the project manager for RCC Company Limited, Nigeria. Now currently RCC is handling 2 states for the same project from kilometer 20 to kilometer 51. This belongs to Anambra section, and from 51 to 63 this belongs to Enugu section. Currently we are working on Onitsha bound. And this is the only bound that remains to be blacktop, the asphalt, and we are going for our target.
My name is Tuchuku Onora, project manager on the Enugu Onitsha reconstruction project. I'm Nigeria, project manager. I work for Europa Partner. This is good. Whatever is good, what is working well, and Mr. President is checking. This road infrastructure is perfect, but it's a nerve center for the entire Southeast. Success, I wish him his support of the Southeast and long life, good health, prosperity, and return to office.
The Enugu axis is being handled by SKECC using reinforced concrete pavement technology, expected to last between 50 and 100 years.
And we'll know we'll get there someday. Can somebody save me?
To speed up delivery, the remaining 72 kilometers of the expressway were divided into multiple sections, allowing contractors to work simultaneously on different portions of the road. According to the Minister of Works, Senator David Umahi, the first 2 sections measure 15 and 18 kilometers respectively and are being reconstructed using continuously reinforced concrete pavement technology designed for durability and long-term performance. In April 2026, the federal government officially opened the first completed 15-kilometer section of the expressway to ease movement during the Easter period. The SKECC project already has over 30 kilometers ready for sectional commissioning.
When we came on board in 2023, we all witnesses that it was taking over 7 hours to ride from Enugu to Onitsha. The most important road in the entire Southeast is this road. Our people were aware the nature of this road, and we inherited this road under tax credit of MTN and being done for them by RCC. But everything was on standstill. The president did not only give an acceleration to the construction of this road, but he directed that at least 50% of it should look like Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. And so we reviewed it and allowed MTN, being done by RCC, to continue with their contract sum of 202 billion, excluding 72 kilometers. And it is that we are doing with the quality, the texture of Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway being done by SKCC.
Many areas, I cannot start to list them all now, but from the ones we are seeing now, we thank him. May he continue to do the good work he's doing.
We start from the president, our father is a Bola Ahmed Tinubu shaper. He's a game changer. We have known that. Somebody he's seen it all. And at the time, it was time for him to be in this time of affairs. That's why we're endorsing him for the second term.
Before, we find it difficult to go to Onitsha, but now you can see the road is being constructed and it's making our movement very easy for us. So I am very happy.
They are doing a nice work.
Some sections have been completed from 43 to 46 and bound completed, and then from 38 to 30 Onitsha bound.
Today, with major portions of the road already open to traffic, the journey between Enugu and Onitsha, which lasted up to 7 hours, has now been reduced to about 2 hours, bringing relief to motorists, commuters and transport operators. The Enugu-Onitsha Expressway is expected to further improve road safety, strengthen regional connectivity, boost economic activities, and enhance the movement of goods and services across Nigeria. The Enugu-Port Harcourt Expressway is one of Nigeria's most important federal highways, linking the southeast and south-south regions, while serving as a major economic route for transportation, trade, and industrial activities. Part of the A3 Federal Highway, the road connects Enugu, Abia, Imo, and Rivers states, linking major commercial centers such as Aba and Port Harcourt. Originally developed during the post-Civil War Reconstruction era under the military administration of General Yakubu Gowon in the early 1970s, the highway played a critical role in restoring movement, economic activities, and national reintegration across the eastern region after the Nigerian Civil War. The expressway was one of the busiest highways in the country, carrying thousands of passengers, petroleum tankers, and heavy-duty vehicles daily. But increasing traffic pressure and years of pavement failure left large sections of the road badly deteriorated, causing severe gridlock, accidents, rising transportation costs, and growing security concerns, including criminal activities along failed portions. Several administrations attempted rehabilitation works on the road, but many failed sections continued to collapse under heavy traffic pressure. In August 2013, under former President Goodluck Jonathan, the federal government awarded the contract for the rehabilitation of Section 2 of the expressway to Arab Contractors Nigeria Limited. The project covered the reconstruction of the Umahia to Aba Township Road, railway bridge crossing in Abia State, spanning 56.1 kilometers on both carriageways, totaling about 112.2 kilometers, alongside approximately 4.2 kilometers of service lanes. Despite years of intermittent construction activities, progress on the project remained slow for several years, and many sections kept deteriorating. Under the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu,
renewed attention was given to the project, leading to accelerated construction works and eventual completion of the rehabilitation.
I want you to be on the road to see what Nigerians are suffering. President Ahmed Bola Tinubu is determined to end these sufferings. Road is everything to this country. Road is everything to the commerce. Road is everything to solid mineral, to medical, to education, to our agricultural and security. We will never fail, Mr. President.
Today, the fully completed expressway has significantly improved travel between Umuahia, Aba, and Port Harcourt, reducing travel time, easing traffic congestion, and improving safety for motorists and commuters.
I have to thank Mr. President. The work he's doing for this Port Harcourt, Abowole, and the Enugu Express is good. From my area, we are based now, we are already benefits more. He's a good man, actually. I love him. And the people in Aba, both in area, everybody loves Dave Momoya. He's a nice man. He come out with his group and monitor the work. He's a good man.
No business for this area. Business is there, but no road to come and do it. So we suffer a lot. But I believe, say, as the other work up now, we do free. We can move free wherever. Now to go, you know, back down. 30 minutes go and come back free. No problem. I thank them for the effort when they help us here. I am very, very grateful for them. Let us continue like that. That's what we want. Now one year they help you follow me. Thank you, sir.
The rehabilitation has also strengthened commercial activities along the route, improving the movement of petroleum products and goods, reduced vehicle maintenance costs, and enhanced connectivity between markets, industries, and ports across the southeast and south regions. As traffic flows once again along this vital road, the Enugu-Port Harcourt Expressway continues to reconnect communities, support businesses, and restore confidence in one of Nigeria's most strategic highways. As we draw this presentation to a close, the transformation taking place across southeastern Nigeria is becoming increasingly visible. Roads once marked by heavy congestion, failed sections, and difficult journeys are now giving way to safer highways, improved bridges, and modern transport routes that are enhancing movement and economic activities across the region. Under the leadership of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, several long-delayed projects are now becoming realities, bringing renewed hope and better connectivity to millions of Nigerians. With improved engineering standards and durable construction methods, many of these roads are now designed to serve for decades. These projects stand as lasting investments in the future of southeastern Nigeria and a strong commitment to national development. Thank you for watching.
This is the network service of the NTA.
a balanced life means all around wellness. But for some, healing precedes. Welcome to Better You. My name is Jane Izo. I'm your host. So today's program is focused on trauma and post-traumatic stress disorder, also known as PTSD. What role does healing play in this discourse? We have a short documentary that highlights the emotional and, of course, the impact of trauma, the warning signs, and the courage of those learning to heal. So let's watch. I'll be right back.
Trauma is not always loud. Sometimes it hides behind a smile, a busy shadow, or the words, "I am fine." But deep inside, painful experiences can leave emotional fingerprints that shape how people think, react, and connect with the world. Trauma can come from loss, violence, abuse, accidents, rejection, or even years of silent suffering. Post-traumatic stress disorder, known as PTSD, is what happens when the mind struggles to move beyond a terrifying or painful experience. A sound, a place, a smell, or even a memory can suddenly pull someone back into fear. It is not weakness, attention-seeking, or drama. It is a real emotional and psychological response that deserves understanding and care. The truth is, many people are fighting battles no one can see. Sometimes they don't even fully understand how to combat trauma. They don't know where to get help. They don't know how to bring it to a stop, or if at all, that is even possible. Many are healing from childhood wounds. Others are carrying pain from broken relationships, insecurity, violence, or grief. Healing is not always instant, and recovery does not follow a timetable. Sometimes the bravest thing a person can do is ask for help and choose intentionally to keep going. Let's open up an honest conversation about trauma and PTSD. It is not to spread fear, but to spread awareness, empathy, and bring hope and understanding. Because healing begins when people feel seen and heard and understood. It begins with the first conversation, the listening ear, the comprehension, and the relevant medical professional expertise. All this can bring many towards steps of recovery.
So our guest is Dr. Usman Adamu Gwaram. He is a chief consultant trauma surgeon, coordinator of the National Trauma Center, National Hospital, Abuja. We're glad to have you with us, shed more light on this issue.
Thank you.
So to begin, Doc, can you explain what trauma is and how it affects people, emotionally and mentally?
Thank you very much. Trauma is usually any serious, distressing, or disturbing experience that overwhelms the body's capacity to handle it naturally. So it's like after a serious, disturbing or distressing incident,
you may heal, or the brain may persist in that danger mode. So the stressors could be anything ranging from physical conditions, somebody that is involved in a road traffic accident or sustained gunshot wounds or was stabbed, or terrorist attack, kidnappings, beatings, all those, or burns, or somebody that fell from height. All of those are severe situations that you can heal, or you can mend the broken bones, the wounds that were bleeding, but deep inside, the brain could continue bleeding and the mind could continue. Again, not just physical conditions, there are social, psychological, spiritual, socio-economic things that would actually give you, so they are so intense that somebody would actually maintain in that situation. Like social conditions, if somebody were to suffer some serious rejection, abandonment, separation, divorce in a severe fashion that it's not handled properly, childhood abuse, neglect over time, or chronic lack, unemployment, serious conditions like that, somebody could actually, it would reach a breaking limit that somebody cannot cope. And then at times, there may be distressing situations that will test your faith, your hope, your relation with God, or relationship with humanity.
Doc, how can someone tell the difference between normal stress, after a very painful event? How can somebody tell the difference between the normal stress, and trauma itself? And of course, let's not forget the post-traumatic stress disorder. When should someone require medical professional help?
So the post-traumatic stress disorder is when this situation, you have been exposed to a traumatic situation, and then you maintain in that condition, the brain maintain in that condition, even though the injury is gone, but the brain has maintained in that level technically, to make it simple. So usually the brain is wired in such a way that there is a fear area in the brain, there is area for stress hormones that during stress you release them, there are sleep areas, and all of these areas, they become hyperfunctional when there is danger naturally. But when the danger is gone, somebody reverts to his normal condition. But in post-traumatic stress disorders, to make it very simple, you still maintain in that condition, and then somebody manifests certain symptoms. One needs to seek professional help when symptoms of whatever he is experiencing, the pain, the hurt, hasn't subsided. By the time it reaches a month, at least more than 4 weeks, somebody needs help. And then when it results in some loss of ability, in the sense that he finds it difficult to do what he used to do, his work, trying to, it's very difficult for him to walk, it's very difficult for him to relate emotionally to people that he is used to relating with. When he develops anxiety, and then when there is difficulty in sleeping, when somebody really reaches a level whereby he's contemplating or actually using alcohol or any drug to douse the pain, those are indices that somebody knows that he should seek professional help.
All right, Doc, what are some warning signs or symptoms people should look out for themselves, and of course even for their very loved ones, not just for themselves?
The features that usually people manifest it, you'll be reliving the situation that happened. time and again, flashbacks, having nightmares of it, intrusive memories of the things that happen. Or the person would be withdrawn. All right, can be withdrawn with depression, isolation, not talking about it, doesn't want to discuss the thing, doesn't want to visit or to be around anywhere that situation happened, or be around people that the same thing happened to them. Or he develops outright distressing coping mechanisms, anxiety conditions, substance abuse, alcohol, and just to escape from that situation. Then something that is quite delicate, sensitive, and subtle, like suffering inside that you are traumatized or something like that, it's unlikely to get the necessary attention until it gives a social explosion. Social explosion in the sense that when somebody commits suicide, or when it is affecting millions, and then a lot of million youth that are traumatized, they lend themselves to being radicalized, to being recruited into criminal activities, to be for mass protests and lots of other things. The same thing in the providers, even the security agents, they suffer a lot of these post-traumatic stress disorders, the healthcare providers too, and everybody. And it's becoming a mass situation, but it's masked in the sense that it is not manifest, it only manifests in so many other things. As we discuss, we'll get to see practically how these things manifest in our community and how they reproduce themselves.
How can victims deal with internet, this social media and societal bullying?
It's one of the horrible things, you complain of something and people mock you for it, make jest of it. People are just looking for fame, easily to record something and share that is going to get likes. And the irresponsibility sometimes, you don't care what consequences, emotional and public disgrace. These are stressors. It's something that can tilt somebody, give somebody all of this anxiety, depression, and the post-traumatic stress disorders. Another thing that is very important, madam, is these things, it transcends into generations. If I am to give you like a trend, for instance, a young child that is victim of child abuse, you can patch that child and then get him to primary school. Eventually, if he has that scar, he may end up turning into a bully in school. He will be bullying other children. Or he will be so passive that he is being bullied. And then if he bullied somebody, that same person, now he has created another route. That is somebody with trauma again. Then they will patch him up from secondary school, primary school. He would get into secondary school. So start experimenting with drugs. You understand, cannabis initially, cigarettes and things like that, and then he will recruit others, and then you see another branch. If this thing, they will patch him up. If this guy is patched up, he may move into the society, maybe into higher education, universities, colleges, or education, and things like that, and they join gangs, cults, you understand, and before you know it, they get higher level. So in that process, or in communities, they will be the people that are being, or if it drops out of school, they will be the ones selling drugs, you understand, recruiting other individuals. So you see one individual, then that person, naturally, if you are doing drug deals, it's just a stone throw away. Next step is for you to become either an armed robber or of whatever kind of crime, criminal. So you would inflict trauma on other human beings. You would use that money to buy drugs. You would use that money to do all manner of sexual indiscretions and things like that. Then terminally, that same person would either end up in prison, or he would have guns, he would shoot police officer or somebody, and he would have created traumatic distress disorder in another person or in another system. He has overwhelmed healthcare system, and terminally, if this guy were to be killed in public or something, like somebody will record it and post it, and then it will create. So this is an unending reproducing event that kept unchecked. It is just breeding millions and millions of people suffering from all this.
Okay, Doc, in our society, well, not only our society, generally, a lot of people don't like to talk about their traumatic experiences, not even when they are in their post-traumatic stress disorder periods. Can you please tell us why is it important to always speak out?
It's very important to talk to a trusted, reliable person that you feel safe, because all of these things, they disrupt your capacity to feel safe again, to feel emotionally complete, to trust, to really, your self-esteem is so low that even if somebody meets out a very nasty treatment to you, you will feel that it's justified. Everything is happening wrong to me and things like that. Give up syndrome situation that you have given up a life and things. It's very important to have a partner, a friend, a group, an individual that you can speak openly to, somebody that understands you. Just like they say, a problem shared is a problem halved. If you speak about it, you do this thing. In Hausa, they say the person who speaks, he may not have a lot of confidence or secrets, but he doesn't have a lot of mistakes, and then he doesn't have lots of problem nagging it. Because these things, you're bottling them up. Even if you are not bottling them up, but people should know, because before they encourage you to seek help or to take you to where you should have the pain. So the families, the do's is encourage the person to talk, all right? They try as much as possible to be supportive, to understand this thing. So, and don't mock the person, don't dismiss their feeling, don't disregard it. And as a community, we should not forget about it, but downplay it, saying that, okay, it's the village people, or you are weak, or you are spiritually weak, or it's a prayer situation. Yes, it may be, but still, if it persists, it will require medical attention.
All right, Dr. Gwaram, what practical steps can viewers take today to support their mental and emotional well-being?
The most important thing is for people to realize, number one, you are not alone. People are suffering these things. Number two, it's not because you are weak or because you've done something wrong. No, it's a medical condition. Just like any medical condition can affect somebody, those mental or stressful anxiety, depression, and things like that, the post-traumatic stress disorder, they are medical conditions with cause and effect and treatment. There is nothing shameful about it. It's not something you should be ashamed. In fact, it should be shame on the person that tried to shame you for that clinical condition, because it shows basic ignorance. We have to pass that level of ignorance and seek, whereby you cannot cope with it, you cannot get the family to support you to cope with it, seek out professional help. It's the first thing, and help is out there. Otherwise, you're going to harm yourself further, harm the people that love you, your loved ones. If it is children, you are not available for your children, you are not productive in your society, you are not making a lot of impact in your work and things like that. So it is something that actually you could be helped. And not just help yourself, have it in your mind, if you ever suffer through these traumatic challenges, you weaned through it, or you're supported out of it, have it at the back of your mind to ever be there for other people, to who are suffering, try to bring it out and try to help them to get support so that we reduce the burden of this thing that is really bedeviling our society.
Once again, Dr. Adamu Gwaram, Dr. Usman Adamu Gwaram, for those enlightening insights on trauma and post-traumatic stress disorder. You know, conversations like this will always encourage healing. So,
Yes.
really appreciate your time. Thank you so much. All right, it's time for our wellness exercise. Please stay tuned. Time, support, and understanding, and no one, of course, should go through it alone. We are always together and will always be with you. Thank you for watching. I'm your host, Jane Izo. I wish you peace, strength, and better health. See you next time.
going well, but here comes Okabari and Jet Okabari. Takes it, tucks it, buries it!
From the football prowess of Kano Uwakwo to the track dominance of Blessing Okabari, Nigerian athletes continue to excel. Chioma Ajunwa, the first Nigerian woman to win an Olympic gold medal.
Applying the pressure from the rest and trying to come back, and Amuzan taking it. Amuzan, well, getting consolation there.
Join us as we witness the determination, resilience and passion.
No, it goes in. Scoufet unlucky, but it's that old combination from last season.
This is the most outstanding, the best woman football player on the African continent, Asisat Oshuala.
Great ball, Musa!
Cheer on our sporting heroes as we celebrate their remarkable achievements on the global stage.
Great running by Victor Moses, and the finish, well, speaks for itself. Wonderful strike, and Nigeria lead by a goal to nil. Musa went for the curler, hits the crossbar this time.
In the early 2000s, where the administration then put in a policy that compelled local broadcasters to do more of local music on radio stations and TV stations than international music. Prior to then, at different outlets, individuals were mostly listening to international content. But that was a defining moment in the history of Afrobeats in Nigeria, because from then on, we started to consume a lot more Nigerian music content, and the story today speaks for itself.
Africa is not the next frontier. It is the frontier. We have to work together, the content creators, the government, policymakers, the private sector. They have to collaborate closely to ensure that we are able to take our souls to the world. We can only make the digital space better. It is imperative that we do to export our games, our music, our videos, our digital platforms are available that you can actually monetize your content using. So the content creators need to understand, they need to go and learn how to use these platforms properly, how to monetize, how to distribute, target audience. There's so much stuff they can learn so that the migration will be easier when time comes.
Although social media as a channel of communication is inherently harmless, it becomes harmful and damaging when used without discretion and thoughtfulness. Bad social media users spread rumors and fake news without verification, but good social media users
Hello and welcome to Panorama, reaching you from NTA Maiduguri Zonal Center. You're engaging an enlightening current affairs program where we examine issues shaping the society, faith, and national life. Today's edition focuses on the spiritual significance and enduring lessons of Eid al-Adha as millions of Muslims across the world participate in the sacred Hajj exercise. Eid al-Adha symbolizes sacrifice, obedience, devotion, unity, and compassion, values deeply rooted in the willingness of Prophet Ibrahim to submit completely to the command of Allah. As pilgrims gather in the Holy Land for Hajj, the program explores how Muslims and the wider society can draw inspiration from these spiritual teachings to promote peace, tolerance,
selflessness and national cohesion. Stay with us as we take a closer look at the spiritual lessons from Eid al-Adha amidst the Hajj exercise. I am Abubakar Musa. Glad to have you join us. President Bola Tinubu has officially appreciated state governors for keeping faith with policy direction of his administration during the period he described as 3 years of painful reforms. The president expressed the appreciation when he received governors on Salah homage at his Lagos residence. State House correspondent Musbau Danwahab completes the report.
Trying to become the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, it was very, very challenging. It was tough for those who are in the party with me.
Different times for different stories. It feels like an appropriate time for some revelations. Winning the election against the odds, the astute politician decided on his joker. Some manifested on day one in office with the proclamation of subsidy removal. That and other transformative reforms came with hard times for Nigerians. But the man at the helm of affairs certainly felt part of it on his seat.
Instead of dodging the bullet, I took it. I took the punch in the chin. Very hard one.
3 years down the lane, local and international observers have adjudged the reforms as working. The president equally feels relieved, saying that Nigeria has survived with positive economic indices, while sectors such as education, agriculture and infrastructures are growing.
The Sokoto Badagry, imagine how many dams on that corridor for irrigation, for farming land, for electricity. You persuaded our people to be patient, to endure these 3 years of painful reform, where we put the economy on reset. Today, the benefits is showing. Economic has recovered.
Vice President Kashim Shettima was the chairman of the National Economic Council, and the governors commended the president for leading the country with courage and capacity.
What you have done is not simply to administer a government. You have begun the difficult work of re-engineering a nation. You are reminded as the reform is not a banquet, it is a battlefield. It is not a picnic for the faint-hearted, it is a covenant with the future.
You've shown the leadership and we're following you through. We'll continue to follow you as you go along, and we pray to God to give you the strength and wisdom to continue to lead Nigeria in the forthright manner which you have been doing.
And we are here to defend your policies, to preach your message, and to let Nigerians know that we have come out from darkness and then the right light is now ready to shine.
The president also received the Lagos State Senate and House of Representatives candidates in the coming elections on similar visits. In Lagos, Musbau Danwahab, NTA News.
Away from that now to tell you that Nigeria's energy transition is gaining momentum. The federal government has renewed its commitment to expanding compressed natural gas CNG adoption nationwide as the country doubles down on efforts to leverage its vast gas reserves for economic growth and cleaner energy production. With key stakeholders from the petroleum sector lending their voices to the push, the CNG revolution appears to be moving from policy promise to practical reality. Here is energy correspondent Lydia Sampson with the rest of the story.
For many years, Nigeria's energy landscape reached another significant milestone with the inauguration of a high-capacity compressed natural gas daughter booster station, with sales capacity of 1,000 standard cubic feet per hour, reinforced by 2 CNG tube skids, delivering a combined capacity of 17,000 standard cubic meters. The facility also includes a mass conversion center equipped with trained technicians and world-class conversion kits, with the capacity to convert up to 20 vehicles and 25 tricycles daily.
The commissioning of this daughter booster station is also a practical contribution to the Presidential Initiative on Compressed Natural Gas, PICNG, which seek to expand the adoption of CNG as a cleaner, more affordable and sustainable fuel alternative for transportation and industrial applications.
The President released funding for the CNG project, showing his clear commitment. We have seen the CNG infrastructure gradually expand across the length and breadth of this country.
Is this the commission of an opportunity? Is this the commission of a future where cleaner energy is more accessible, transportation is more affordable, industries are more competitive, and economic growth is powered by Nigerian gas?
As we celebrate today, we reaffirm our readiness to continue working with all stakeholders to deliver impactful gas infrastructure projects across the country.
So we are calling on investors. If you have your small money, put it in CNG, put it in EV, because this will continue to grow. The people that missed the opportunity when oil and gas was broken in the rocks now have an opportunity to do it while CNG is here.
Central to this ambition is federal government's deliberate embrace of public-private partnerships, which officials describe as indispensable for delivering affordable transportation solutions, leveraging private sector efficiency, innovation, and capital. In Abuja, Lydia Sampson, NTA News.
As part of its corporate social responsibility to host communities, the Nigerian Navy has donated educational and research materials worth thousands of naira to primary and post-primary schools in Adani in Uzo, Uwani local government area of Enugu State. The Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Idi Abbas, made the presentation in commemoration of the 70th anniversary of the Nigerian Navy. Chimaroke Ugu has more details.
Anniversary of the Nigerian Navy, infrastructural intervention projects have been mapped out to develop the schools in Adani community as part of corporate social responsibility. He commended the host community for providing timely information that enhanced Navy operations within the area.
There have been relative security in this part, and economic activities have been thriving in this part due to the synergy between us, that's security agencies, then and the communities, because they normally provide information and they've been very cooperative. So we urge them to continue with that.
Teachers and pupils applauded the Navy for the gesture, describing it as apt.
I thank the Naval Commander for this educative outreach, and it is a kind of inspiration because those of them that are here, you have seen, you can never be a naval officer without going to school.
We wish to appreciate the Nigerian Navy for this educative outreach and sensitive shot about this Navy. Also by finding us ready to give us exercise that would aid us to improve on our note-taking and learning to become future leaders.
The Nigerian Navy says it is Africa's leading maritime security provider and logistic backbone at 70. In Enugu, Chimaroke Ugu, NTA News.
As part of efforts to sustain public safety and strengthen law enforcement across the state, the Lagos State Police Command has reviewed its operational activities and outlined measures aimed at addressing emerging security concerns. The command says the initiatives are geared towards enhancing crime prevention and protecting lives and property. Olua Bukola Akande has the rest of the report.
AK-47, 1 SMG, a Toyota vehicle were recovered from them.
The Lagos State Police Command says it remains committed to tackling crime and criminality across the state through intelligence-led operations and proactive policing. Commissioner of Police Tijani Fatai says the command recorded significant breakthroughs in the month of May, including the foiling of a kidnap attempt, arrests linked to armed robbery, courtesan, stealing and unlawful possessions of firearms, as well as the recovery of arms, ammunition and stolen vehicles. The commissioner noted that while the command recorded notable successes during the period under review, efforts to apprehend other fleeing suspects continues across the state.
Not less than 10,000 policemen have been deployed across the state. If you look at it critically, you see that there has been visibility of policemen across the state, all over the place.
Tijani assured residents of sustained security operations across the state and urged members of the public to continue supporting the police with timely and credible information.
To assure all Lagosians there will be no hiding place for criminal elements within the state. We therefore encourage members of the public to continue supporting the police with timely and credible information that will aid crime prevention, prompt response and effective law enforcement.
The command says all suspects will be charged to court upon the conclusion of investigations, while efforts continue to apprehend other fleeing suspects connected with the various cases. In Lagos, Oluwabukola Akonde, NTA News.
Joint Task Force Northeast Operation Hadin Kai have rescued 92 kidnapped victims from Boko Haram ISWAP terrorists along the Buratai Kamuya Road, Biu local government area, Borno State, on Saturday, 23rd May 2026. A statement by the Media Information Officer, Operation Hadin Kai, Lieutenant Colonel Sani Uba, says the rescued victims, comprising 52 males, 33 females, and 7 children, along with 8 vehicles, were apprehended. Troops also detonated 3 IEDs along the Bula Zarma Mangari general area. If you're just joining us, this is Panorama on the Nigerian Television Authority. We have more reports for you as soon as we return.
From the Atlantic across the savannah to the Sahara, we rise, a land of the free, we know they tire. We dream great, our spirit is undying.
Resilient, rooted like palm tree, we sway in colors, we turn dark into light, we make solutions, we ignite passion, yeah. Ethnicity is unique, we are more than the solution. We are Nigeria, strengthening unity. We know they carry lives. We are Nigeria, together live the dream of a land with great destiny. We are Nigeria.
I am the real Nigerian. Brought to you by the National Orientation Agency, NOA.
We hope you are still onto Panorama. Eid al-Adha and the Hajj pilgrimage remain among the most significant pillars of Islam, reminding the Muslim Ummah of the obedience, faith, and sacrifice demonstrated by Prophet Ibrahim, his son Ismail, and his wife Hajara. Beyond the celebrations and pilgrimage rites, they carry profound spiritual lessons that continue to shape the faith, character, and future of Muslims across the world. Umar Jumbarima tells us more on the significance of this spiritual rites.
The willingness of Prophet Ibrahim to sacrifice his son in obedience to Allah highlights the importance of total submission to the will of God. The lesson encourages believers to trust Allah in all circumstances and place obedience to Him above personal desires. Eid al-Adha also teaches Muslims the value of sacrifice, not only through the slaughtering of animals, but by abundantful habits, selfishness, pride, and greed.
Prophet Muhammad ﷺ has encouraged us that anyone who slaughters his ram, he should divide the ram into three: one for himself, one for future use, and one to his neighbors and the people who were not able to sacrifice a ram.
Likewise, the Hajj pilgrimage demands sacrifice of comfort, time, and wealth, reminding Muslims that spiritual growth requires commitment and self-discipline.
Al-Eid al-Adha, when it comes with lessons that we should continue. We shouldn't just stop because Dhul Hijjah has passed, or 10 days of Dhul Hijjah has passed, because the God of Dhul Hijjah is the same God of all the months. So we should continue with all the good things we are doing, and certainly we'll have reward for it.
During Hajj, millions of Muslims from different nations, races, and social backgrounds gather in unity, dressed in simple white garments known as ihram, standing equal before Allah. This reflects Islam's message of brotherhood, equality, and righteousness above status or wealth. Eid al-Adha teaches Muslims the importance of supporting the needy and using their blessings to uplift society. These enduring lessons continue to inspire believers to strengthen their faith, build good character, and live according to the teachings of Islam. In Maiduguri, Umar Jimbarima, NTA News.
Beyond the festivities, Eid al-Adha conveys profound spiritual lessons that continue to inspire Muslims around the world to shed more light on the significance of the season and the lessons it offers to the faithful. We are now being joined by Dr. Ali Waziri, Chairman of the Jibwis Youth Preaching Committee, Borno State. Compliments of the season to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
All right, Dr. Waziri, Eid al-Adha and Hajj are rooted in the story of Prophet Ibrahim's obedience to Allah. Now, what lessons can Muslims today learn from his unwavering faith and submission?
Thank you for having me once again. There are actually a lot of lessons to learn, especially as it regards obedience and faith. As you rightly said, this festivity or festival stems from the willingness of Ibrahim alayhi salam to sacrifice his son out of obedience to Almighty Allah. So this demonstrates that a true faith requires a complete trust, a complete submission to Allah's wisdom, even when at the time his commandments are difficult to understand. You can understand from the fact that when Ibrahim alayhi salam was saw in a dream to actually sacrifice his son, and then he did not ask God. He knows that was a divine commandment, but he didn't ask God, why me? Why should I sacrifice my son? That's the first stage. And then when he told his son that this is what I saw in my dream, what did you see, my child, my dear child? And then the son now said, Ya abatif alma tu'mar. Oh, dear father, do as you are commanded. Do, execute your commandment. For inshallah, Allah's words, you are going to find me amongst the patient. He didn't ask, Father, why are you going to sacrifice me? That shows how obedient Ibrahim and his son were. Total obedience to Almighty Allah. And the stage 2 is the obedience of the son also to his father Ibrahim alayhi salam. So we can understand that this teaches us how to be obedient to Almighty Allah and Islam. And then as children of people, we need to be obedient to our parents, especially when they ask us to do things that are not against the teachings of Islam. We can also apply this in the context of our country, Nigeria, so that we'll be obedient, we patriotic to the country, we avoid anything that can create divisions, disunity amongst us.
All right. Very well, Doctor, I must say. Now, beyond the ritual sacrifice of animals, Islam emphasizes personal sacrifice. What are some of the habits and attitudes Muslims should strive to sacrifice in their daily lives?
Well, the concept of sacrifice is fundamental in every religion. And the sacrifice for the sake of God and sacrifice for the sake of humanity actually hold very important stage. Now, beyond the physical sacrifice of animal, the core value actually center on the total submission, devotion, and then complete trust in Almighty Allah. Almighty Allah actually wanted Ibrahim alayhi salam to instill some characters, some attitudes, some values into Ismail alayhi salam, so that he will be completely and wholly devoted to the will of Almighty Allah. You see, the sacrifice of Ibrahim alayhi salam of his son actually is metaphoric in nature. It is actually slaughtering of the inner self. Hence, the slaughtering of the inner self, selflessness, self-compassion, and then Satan influence on us is far, far better than any other sacrifice. Therefore, as Muslims, we learn how to do that, how to sacrifice our inner selves to be better Muslims, to live in harmonious relationship with other faiths, to be good ambassadors of Islam wherever we find ourselves, and then to also be of good behavior in our communities, in our places of work, and wherever. So this sacrifice actually embodies the inner sacrifice of oneself.
All right. One of the most striking features of Hajj is the gathering of millions of Muslims in identical ihram garments. What message does this actually convey about equality, unity, and brotherhood in Islam?
This is very interesting. That place, the Hajj period, is the only place where you find all over the nation, all over the world, be it the rich, the poor, the leaders, the late, and even the physically challenged, and what have you, converged to actually pray and then serve Almighty Allah. That is the only place. The other place is mosque, but in mosque, a rich person may decide not to attend the mosque for so reason. But there, if the individual must go there, must do that pilgrimage, then he must. That is why you see every other individual converge there in the same type of garment, in the same time, the same place to worship Almighty Allah. Almighty Allah says in Surah Al-Hujurat, that's chapter 52, verse 13, Ya ayyuhan nasu, inna khalaqnakum min dhakarin wa untha wa ja'alnakum shu'uban wa qabaila lita'arafu inna akramakum indallahi atqakum inna Allaha khabirun alimun khabir. That, O you mankind, we have created you from man. Who is that? And Nabi Adam alayhi salam, Prophet Adam alayhi salam, and a woman, that's Hawa alayhi salam. We have created you from these two individuals, and then we have made you to be of different nations, different ethnicity.
I'm sorry, we're actually running out of time. In just one sentence, Eid al-Adha encourages generosity through the sharing of sacrificial meat with the less privileged. How can Muslims extend the spirit of compassion and charity beyond the festive in just a few seconds? Okay,
traditionally even the meat was asked to be divided into three. Those of the family, friends, and relatives, and then the impoverished. Therefore, Islam teaches us, this specifically teaches us to share amongst with what we have. Share to others, let them also get that part of compassion from us.
I wish we could continue, Dr. Ali, but I'm afraid time is not on our side because there are so much lessons to learn, spiritually speaking, from this discussion. Thank you so much for being part of Panorama today. We've actually been discussing with Dr. Ali Waziri, chairman of the Jibris Youth Preaching Committee, Borno State. Up next is sports.
Excitement is building ahead of today's Unity Cup final in London between Nigerian Super Eagles and Jamaica's Reggae Boys. Super Eagles fans say they are optimistic about victory in the highly anticipated encounter. Nigeria booked their place in the final after a convincing 2-0 victory over Zimbabwe in Tuesday's semi-final, while Jamaica also advanced to set up a repeat of last year's dramatic title clash between both sides.
And if you look at our previous game before we got here, you see how they performed very well. And I believe same effort they are going to put in this final to make sure they regain the victory.
Previous to the last game, I think we have something. We have something to offer. The team has something to offer. So for the finals, I have confidence in the team, considering their last match, how they perform.
I'll not rate us. I'll not say maybe Jamaica are the underdogs, because it is a final and anything can happen in the final. But as a Nigerian, I believe the coach and his squad.
Meanwhile, the UEFA Champions League final takes place Saturday in Budapest in a blockbuster matchup of European giants. Fresh up their first Premier League title, Arsenal are eager to add a first Champions League trophy in club's history to their cabinet. But as the competition's defending champions, 4 of these winners take all showdown. Furthermore, this match could represent an intriguing clash of styles. Elsewhere, Novak Djokovic has been knocked out of the French Open after losing a 5-set epic against 19-year-old Brazilian Joao Fonseca. The 39-year-old third seed, a big favorite for the title, with Carlos Alcaraz's injury and Jannik Sinner suffering a surprise defeat on Thursday. Djokovic's defeat means the 39-year-old wait to go past Margaret Court's mark of 24 Grand Slam victories continues. With Sport Update, Peter Weibo, NTA News.
And that is how it has been on Panorama today. On behalf of myself and the whole team, I am Abubakar Musa saying do enjoy the rest of the Eid al-Kabir celebration.
This is the network service of the NTA.
Welcome to Generation XYZ. Permit me to say Barakah de Salah and also Happy Children's Day. Saints and angels It is time for Generation XYZ that is coming to you from the network service of the NTA. My name is Ehiko Ochu, the daughter of Agada and my mother, Onimo. Today we are going to be getting Salah greetings, Salah messages from well-wishers. But before we get started, let's throw in this musical interlude. Go nowhere.
Pour la cohésion sociale, frérot, oublie-moi tes matins. Nyango ne fait pas les mimba. Même si t'as pas d'oseille, que mon job, vente ta famille n'a point d'oreille. C'est de la joie et de l'or. Ande Juli Niri Bendi, Weno Semti Mihari, Dankali Bulumji, Dolere Marara Minyami, Adoborni Lumse, Derdamadon Derbate, Badalwar Enyama, Ande Juli.
Happy Eid al-Mubarak to everybody. May Almighty Allah accept our prayers, our sacrifices, and our du'as. And may this Salah celebration bring peace, happiness to me and my entire family. Thank you so much.
Salah greetings to all the Muslims, brothers and sisters celebrating out there. To my father, my mother, my sisters, my nephews and nieces, and my
Happy Salah to all my Muslim friends. God bless you. Stay safe.
Welcome back. I also told you Happy Children's Day. That is because it's like it is a 2-in-1 celebration, Salah and Children's Day. Let's now take this beautiful piece celebrating our children. Go nowhere.
I've got hoots and what's it Lord. You want thingamabobs? I got 20. But who cares? No big deal. I want more.
Wonderful. Can we appreciate them?
I want to be where the people are. I want to see them dancing, walking around your lawns. What do you call them? Oh, feet. And if I can, wouldn't I love to explore that shore out of the sea.
all my Muslim family and friends. May Allah accept our prayers. May Allah accept our sacrifices. Shout out to my mom, to my dad, to my family and friends. Happy Eid.
Hello, happy Salah to my Muslim friends. Have a wonderful celebration. Eid Mubarak. Bye.
Happy Salah, guys. All my Muslim friends. I love you guys. Wish you guys the best.
We know it is a public holiday. We know we are celebrating Salah and Children's Day. But we also have to inform you about artificial intelligence. This is the Genesis.
Come across information on social media. What was often your first reaction?
If the story was in place where I will enjoy it, and I will also send it to my friends so that they will also enjoy it.
First check, but I'm not going to check whether it's real or it's not real. Just I conclude it's real.
Sometimes I used to be surprised and shocked, but I don't usually share it because sometimes to go through the news first to check it if it's coming from a genuine source before sharing it to other people.
Depends. If the story is good, I maybe send it to my sisters to see it, because then maybe after I'll now go and check if the story is true or not.
Every day, millions of posts flood our timelines, but not all of them are true. A simple tweet, a WhatsApp broadcast, or a Facebook post can spark panic, destroy reputations, or even threaten national security. And that's why proponents of media and information literacy say it matters now more than ever. Welcome to the Genesis. Media and information literacy isn't just a fancy term used by journalists. It's a vital skill, one that helps us access, evaluate, and use information responsibly. So think of it as your personal shield against fake news and disinformation.
It's a set because it must comprise of media literacy, information literacy, and of course, digital literacy. It's a combination of all this. Check out in this era of social media, where there's proliferation of fake news, AI-generated content. As a media house, how do you spot out disinformation or misinformation? Neil, media and information literacy.
So, let's break it down. Fake news refers to false or misleading stories presented as real news, usually to deceive or manipulate. Disinformation goes a step further. It's deliberately created to cause harm or to push an agenda. For example, during election or crisis, false narratives are circulated to spread confusion, to stir up ethnic or religious tension, or to damage public trust in institutions. But here is the tricky part. Fake news spreads not just because of those who create it, but because of those who share it without verifying. Sometimes it is innocent. You just forwarded what you saw. But that one click can make you part of the problem. So, how do we fix this? According to UNESCO, media and information literacy is a key competence for the 21st century. It's a life skill for everyone online. Here is what that looks like in practice when fighting fake news. Number 1, check that the story comes from a credible source. Look for multiple reports from verified news platforms. You can watch out for emotional or sensational headlines. They often twist facts. You can use reverse image search tools like Google Images, TinEye, or Yandex. For videos, you can try InVid or frame-by-frame tool to see if it's old, edited or from another country. And above all, never share any claim you cannot independently verify. Because the truth is, in today's digital world, we all have the power to shape narratives. But with that power comes responsibility. Thank you for watching Genesis. Bye for now.
It's close to midnight. Something evil's lurking in the dark. Under the moonlight, you see a sight that almost stops your heart. Now is the time for you and not to hold too close together. All through the night, I'll save you from the terror on your screen. I'll make you see that this is thriller life. Boy, I can thrill more than any good ever did. Thriller life. So let me hold you tight inside us. Thriller. It's a night. They say the sky's the limit, and to me that's really true. But my friend, you have seen nothing. Just wait till I get through. You know I'm bad. You know it really bad. You know I'm bad. You know it really bad. You know I'm bad. You know it really bad. And the whole world has to answer right now just to tell you once again who's bad. Billie Jean is not my lover. She's just a girl and she says that I am the one. But the kid is not my son. She says I am the one. But the kid is not my son. Oh my God, can't believe what I saw as I turned on the TV. This evening I was disgusted. Injustice. Confession, does it make you want to scream? You don't feel some victim much when you scream. You're trying to cover every line that's scrutinized. Oh God, please have mercy, 'cause I just can't take it.
On Talk Tribe this week.
Welcome back to Talk Tribe, the show that promises to bring you the juiciest of gist off of the internet. I remain Ivora, and with me is
Cutie. We are more than excited to have you all here today. Stay tuned, stay locked in as we serve you with what's trending.
Exactly, right. Absolutely. Welcome back to Talk Tribe. And our first story on TikTok today, like I said, it is the UK divorce receipt. So now a UK-based Nigerian man named Ugo has settled, or rather has divorced his wife, allegedly that she cheated on him while he was here in Nigeria, supporting her with every monetary bill in the UK. Now he said that he caught her cheating on him with another man while he was paying for her school fees, paying her light bill. You know, the whole boy.
That's wild.
And everybody is totally angry. People are supporting him, but people are actually saying, what is the second side to the story? So let's see what comments have to say. So the first comment says, do not be a soft man. It says, do not be a soft man. The moment you try to please a woman with softness is the moment you've lost her. Capital letter L. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a huge lie. Everybody's lives are different. If you want to be a soft man, please be a soft man to your woman. What happened to one person is not certain to happen to you. That is very wrong advice. Don't be putting that kind of advice in people's minds, please. The second one says, in 2026, every conversation leaves digital footprint. And I agree. Yes. Like we've always said, it is not so right that you bring out every detail on the internet. Nobody really cares about you. Nobody wants to really hear what you want to say.
Just catch phone and move on.
Exactly. They want to talk you down more than actually help you. He says, no screenshots, no voice notes, no email goes forgotten. The internet never forgets. So do not wash your dirty linen. If you divorce her, just leave it in your draft. You don't have to bring it out and prove anything to anybody or say anything that you have to say. So that's the story, please.
And on X, we have the highlights of the AMVCA 12th edition 2026, where we have stunning, beautiful outfits from celebrities like Osas Igodaro.
I agree.
Someone says she's the head, she's everything AMVCA.
I agree.
Because every year she's coming back to back beautiful outfits. And this time around, she brought a beautiful outfit from Vicky James, which was made from iron sponge.
Wow.
You'll see the video on your screens. It is very beautiful. It's so amazing. She made even 2 outfits, a red one followed by the one with iron sponge and everything. And then there are some other celebrities that took some awards. The one that struck me the most is Uche Montana.
Your favorite.
My favorite. She did a new movie called Monica. She didn't win an award for Monica. She won an award for being a trailblazer for 2026. They see her as an although she's not just starting her career, but then they see her as someone rising to become as big as all her other colleagues and everything. There's a joke that was made by Bobby and Nomziamo. They were the host for AMVCA show. They cracked a joke about what happened between Funke Akindele and Toyin Abraham, and they even acted it out on the stage. You'll see the video on your screen.
Auntie Funke.
And that was how the AMVCA went. It was so beautiful as usual. They showed off their culture and everything Africa.
Exactly, I agree with that story. I really love the AMVCA. But now to come back to TikTok, the second story on TikTok, like I said, we have agreed to bring you back, but we have very wholesome content. Now this was this period for JAM and the results are out. And a lot of people are acing their results and we're super proud of them. So we have a star, a shining star. So her name is Daniela and she got 372 aggregates in JAM. And she got 98 in English. That one stood out for me because English is a very hard subject to conquer, and she did so well. In fact, she came out in flying colors. And of course, people have so many encouraging stuff to say about her. The first person says 98 in English as how? I agree with this comment. It's usually very hard to get very high scores in English. Somebody said that she's truly a genius. If this is really her score, whose score is it, sir? Whose score is it? Of course it's her score. The second comment says that she deserves all the accolade, and I agree. She deserves all the accolade she can get. In fact, she deserves a national celebration. We should make it what Daniela did every UTME time. We're so proud of her. And the last comment that stood out to me is someone said that I'm happy to see that our lads are still studying like in those days. Because now the narrative is that nobody wants to study.
Nobody passes down.
Exactly. Everybody wants to become an influencer or do something else for the camera. But actually, people are actually still studying. And Daniela is a proof. And then one last comment, that I can remember says that for people that score high like this, they should deserve like scholarships or they get sent abroad. And I quite agree with that story. So congratulations, Daniela. God bless you as you do more. Absolutely.
And back to X, we have a lady who complains about what Item 7, or rather what Unilag did to her mother. So apparently her mother owns a restaurant in the school. So according to her in the video here, she said they packed out all the mother's property, like got everything like out of the store and brought Item 7 to that same location. And now they've opened Item 7 in Unilag. So let's see what some of the comments have to say. If someone says, if Item 7 sue you now, you go they beg online. It says school allocated space for them. So how do you call it unauthorized? For the school to give them the permission to do it, it is totally authorized. So that's what most of them are saying in the comment section.
And that is a tea for today on Talk Tribe. Now remember that Talk Tribe is always brewing for new stories. So remember to keep your gist tribe worthy.
Thank you so much for watching today's episode. It is Talk Tribe on all our social media platforms. IG, TikTok, and X, and YouTube.
Exactly.
This has been QD and
Evora. Mwah.
Welcome back. And because this is a celebratory episode, let me take you back into a world of music. But this time, not just music. I'll be adding fashion into the mix. Go nowhere.
So
zuciyata in ba shi ba rijiya mallakan zuciyata in ba shi ba mutuwa ne fa mallakan zuciyata in ba shi ba rijiya mallakan zuciyata in ba shi ba mutuwa ne fa mallakan zuciyata in ba shi ba rijiya mallakan zuciyata in ba shi ba mutuwa ne fa mallakan zuciyata in ba shi ba rijiya mallakan zuciyata in ba shi ba mutuwa ne fa tiri my love sakatin ban taɓa taliya ta mata 'yan yanzu da mun buga sai muga 'yan zamanin ta gobe gashi suna walawa abin kallo zuciyata in ba shi ba rijiya mallakan zuciyata in ba shi ba mutuwa ne fa mallakan zuciyata in ba shi ba rijiya mallakan zuciyata in ba shi ba mutuwa ne fa mallakan zuciyata in ba shi ba rijiya mallakan zuciyata.
Thank you for being a part of today's program. I hope we entertained you this holiday. From our entire production crew and of course the Nigerian Television Authority. Permit me to say Baraka the Salah. Come back again next week and do not turn your TV off because our next program is starting soon. I am Ehikoicho, the daughter of Agada and my mother.
Early 2000s, where the administration then put in a policy that compelled local broadcasters to do more of local music on radio stations and TV stations than international music. Prior to then, at different outlets, individuals were mostly listening to international content. But that was a defining moment in the history of Afrobeats in Nigeria. Because from then on, we started to consume a lot more Nigerian music content, and the story today speaks for itself.
Africa is not the next frontier. It is the frontier. We have to work together, the content creators, the government, policymakers, the private sector. They have to collaborate closely to ensure that we are able to take our souls to the world. We can only make the digital space better. It is imperative that we do to export our games, our music, our videos, our digital platforms are available. that you can actually monetize your content using. So the content creators need to understand, they need to go and learn how to use these platforms properly, how to monetize, how to distribute, target audience. There's so much stuff they can learn so that the migration will be easier when the time comes.
It's going well, but here comes Okabari and Jet Okabari takes. He did it! Buries it!
From the football prowess of Kano Umakwo to the track dominance of Blessing Okabari, Nigerian athletes continue to excel. Chioma Ajunwa, the first Nigerian woman to win an Olympic gold medal.
Applying the pressure from the rest and trying to come back, and Amuzan taking it. Amuzan, well, getting consolation there.
Join us as we witness the determination, resilience and passion.
No, it goes in. Scoufet unlucky, but it's that old combination from last season.
This is the most outstanding, the best woman football player on the African continent, Asisat Oshoala.
Great ball, Musa!
Cheer on our sporting heroes as we celebrate their remarkable achievements on the global stage.
Running by Victor Moses, and the finish, well, speaks for itself. Wonderful strike, and Nigeria lead by 1-0. Musa went for the corner, hits the crossbar this time.
This is the network service of the NTA.
We pray, Lord, for your blessings upon every one of us in the name of Jesus. For your mercies over us, our family members.
In Ijebu-Ode, Ogun State, a quiet revolution is unfolding in education. A vision rooted in compassion, a mission driven by opportunity. But why is this community becoming a focal point for educators, technologists, and change makers? Splendor was telling me the things we usually throw away without a second thought, plastic bottles, old fabric, scrap woods, paper, even broken items we think are completely useless, might actually be value in disguise. That sounds impossible, right? How can waste become something useful, even beautiful? Stay with us as we uncover these for you. Ogun State, long celebrated as a cradle of education and culture in Nigeria, is once again shaping the future, this time through technology. At Emmanuel Anglican Primary School in Italupe, Ijebu-Ode, a new chapter is unfolding.
Excellency, the First Lady and myself are a tag team to commission this very laudable project. We commission it to the glory of God and the benefit of everyone who passes through here.
A fully equipped tech hub now stands where, for many pupils, computers once existed only in textbooks. This is more than a donation. It is a bridge between potential and responsibility.
Across our communities from Ijebu to Yewa, to Remo, to Abeokuta, there are children who have heard the word computer and who have seen the pictures and who have seen it in textbooks, who have even drawn it on the chalkboard, but I've never touched one, never turned one on, and never explored what it can unlock. Until today, something is changing.
The initiative, powered by Adeola Aziz Community Care Foundation, in collaboration with Teach for Nigeria and partners, including First Bank, Providence Bank, Microsoft, Leadway Assurance, and Berger, was born from a simple belief. Children in public schools deserve the same digital exposure as their peers anywhere in the world.
In academics, learning is a continuous process. I want to believe scholars at TEC can bear no witness. On that note, this TEC or facilities connection today will go a long way in improving the quality of pupils' academic performance in technology. You can see that any of our peoples, maybe they go for Yoruba, this other, but this time around, they go for tech, it took them academically and some other things like that.
Dignitaries gather to witness the transformation, among them the wife of the Ogun State Governor, Mrs. Bamidele Abiodun, and the Deputy Governor, Engineer Noimot Salako Oyedele, alongside education advocates and development partners.
Adeola Aziz, I commend you for this initiative and encourage you to continue doing more. Although State is proud of and grateful to its indigents like you, who invest their resources, ideas, and energy in uplifting others.
The atmosphere was filled with excitement, pride, and possibility. Speeches echoed a shared vision, one where access to technology is no longer a privilege, but a right.
The facility we see today is not just a room full of computers, but a gateway to the future. I'm impressed by the comprehensive nature of this hub, which includes advanced learning tools such as the network-ready desktops, licensed educational software, and high-definition projectors. The solar power system with inverters to ensure that learning is never interrupted by power outages shows the AACCF's commitment to sustainability of its infrastructure, while the inclusion of its CCTV surveillance, smoke detector, and reinforced access controls ensure our children learn in a protected environment.
The chairman of Ajibode local government, Honorable Dari Alebioshu, described the project as a timely intervention and pledged continued partnership to expand such opportunities across the community.
This Community Care Foundation is an impact to education and to our community as a whole.
For the head teacher, Mr. Osho, the moment was deeply emotional. He called the Tech Hub a historic milestone.
And the students, well, this is a great opportunity for you. And you have to make sure that you don't just allow this opportunity to slip you by.
In a rapidly evolving digital world, early exposure to technology can shape destinies. Studies show that foundational digital skills significantly improve learning outcomes and the future of employability. By placing these tools in the hands of young learners, this initiative is not just supporting education, it's investing in Nigeria's digital future.
For the pupils of Emmanuel Anglican Primary School, the Tech Hub is more than equipment. It is inspiration, a reminder that their dreams are valid, their future is digital, and their journey has only just begun.
At TechMode, we believe technology is most powerful when it reaches the grassroots, because when opportunity meets young minds, transformation becomes inevitable. This is more than a story about computers. It's a story about access, equity, and the future of learning in Nigeria. The shift in modern pedagogical research marks a definitive move away from simply counting screen time toward measuring the quality of digital engagement. According to meta-analysis published in journals like Frontiers in Psychology 2025, the introduction of information and communication technology (ICT) in a preschool setting shows a statistically significant positive impact on school readiness. Research utilizing the standardized mean difference (SMD) method indicates that subject knowledge in mathematics and science can see an improvement with an effect size of 0.59. This suggests that when children interact with high-quality, structured digital content, they develop a foundational competency that places them roughly 3 to 10% ahead of their non-exposed peers by the time they enter primary education. Cognitively, the first 5 years of life are characterized by intense neural plasticity, making the brain highly receptive to the multimodal inputs offered by modern technology. Unlike passive television consumption, interactive touch screens and AI-driven adaptive learning systems engage multiple senses simultaneously: visual, auditory, and haptic. Longitudinal studies from 2024 and 2025 highlight a 96.6% correlation between the use of AI scaffolded apps and improved scores in executive functions, such as working memory and critical thinking. These systems effectively scaffold a child's learning process, adjusting the difficulty in real time to keep the child at the optimal edge of their cognitive ability, a concept known as zone of proximal development. Furthermore, early exposure serves as a powerful tool for socio-emotional learning, SEL, when used through the lens of joint media engagement. Rather than isolating the child, technology can be a catalyst for cooperation and empathy. Research conducted within the Nigeria tech ecosystem in 2025 demonstrates that children who engage in interactive and digital storytelling with a caregiver show measurable improvement in self-regulation and social turn-taking. In fact, co-play environments involving digital tools have been shown to increase cooperative behavior by 15% compared to traditional solitary play. By treating technology as a digital muse or a collaborative partner, we bridge the digital divide and equip the next generation with the cognitive and social languages necessary for the 21st century.
And that same spirit of innovation is what we are about to see next, as young students discover how knowledge and creativity can turn waste into value. We started with a simple question for the students: what is waste? We wanted to hear the words they associate with it, the ideas that usually comes to mind whenever they hear the term. And here's what they told us.
Waste is any useless material that is not needed or useful.
Waste are unwanted and unusable materials that we mainly throw away.
But just a few hours later, those same students had a very different and very powerful message to share.
Those iron spoons and forks and metal, they were useless at first, but then it was used to make art, and it teaches people how to use useless materials and turn them into useful things.
For example, you have a lot of plastic bottles, and instead of throwing it away, you can reuse it by planting seeds in it. Then you can have a flower at home.
I pledge to protect the earth, animals, and nature, and never throw away materials and thinking they are unuseful. I am an eco-hero.
So what exactly happened in between? What approach did these instructors use to shift perspective and spark this kind of transformation?
Ecolab, the Sustainability Innovation Lab under the Innovate Hub, brought the message of environmental responsibility directly to students of Nigeria-Ghana International School, Life Camp, in celebration of International Environmental Education Day, proving that the journey to a greener future starts with empowering young minds. From the moment we arrived, the hall was filled with students. Their eagerness to learn was written all over their faces. Their attention, their curiosity, their quiet excitement, it felt like the atmosphere after watching a powerful environmental documentary. one that makes you reflect deeply on the future of our planet and the consequences of ignoring the climate crisis.
The funny thing about recycling and upcycling is that it's very creative. For you to be able to turn waste into something of value, you have to be very creative. And I'm not saying that people in the university are not creative, but the younger generation, they have an open mind. Like, it's very easy to open their mind to see different horizons. Upcycle cool stuff. Upcycle cool stuff. Save water. Save water. Turn off the lights. Turn off the lights. Plant something.
The session began with a series of engaging talks by Innovate team, who carefully introduced the purpose of the outreach. They explained that waste is more than something to throw away.
A material cannot just be dumped anywhere somebody wants to dump it. Like, you can turn it into a finished product and actually use it. Like, you can turn a bottle into a bracelet, for example. Like, if you get material and cover it up and just find some things that make it look stylish and classy, you can wear it.
Then came the real action. The students were divided into 5 different labs, each designed to teach a practical skill in upcycling and recycling waste materials. We followed them into the classrooms, and what we witnessed was unforgettable. At first, there was a mix of anxiety, curiosity, and surprise as instructors explained the tasks ahead. You could almost read the students' thoughts just by watching their faces. Excitement mixed with uncertainty, questions forming even before hands went up. Examining materials that many would normally throw away: plastic bottles, papers, fabric scrap, wood pieces, and more.
As we can see, people buy plastic bottles and trash it. But there's other uses for plastic bottles, as for example, handband. Instead of buying, you can create your own at home and put it on your hand. It is more eco-friendly to our environment.
This is the first of its kind. This is the first initiative, the first of its kind, coming out from Innovate Hub. We don't really go to schools this is the very first. And we decided that this year we want to bring it to the society instead of society coming to us. And it was just a random pick. It wasn't a photo, but the way they were receptive to us, they were very eager, they were happy to collaborate. So it's about the can-do spirit of Nigerians at the end of the day. If you see how beneficial this thing is to you, you would want to key in. And because we're more than willing to give ourselves to you, I mean, it just takes an email.
The moment they began walking, everything changed. The atmosphere shifted. Smiles appeared, focus sharpened, the room filled with energy and anticipation. It was hard to wonder what kind of magic the instructors had used. In reality, it wasn't magic at all. It was the power of hands-on learning, creativity, and the simple opportunity to try something new.
About the weaving, I learned it today. How to weave, connect together, but I already have a sense of how to do it in my head. But before she told me, I was like, am I supposed to do it like this? She was like, yes, it's correct. So she didn't really have to show me much. I mostly did it. I already knew how to do it already. So it's not something new to me. I know how to do it already.
What started as a lesson about waste quickly became a lesson in innovation, confidence, and possibility.
Our group contemplated, and then we thought of this. We thought of the heart hands and then the colorful conception. I'll allow my friend Miriam to continue.
So we didn't want the hands to be normal like everyone else. We wanted it to be unique and have our own touch. And then we decided to allow it to have a colorful feel, so it won't be just regular colors, regular everyday colors. And you can
made a plastic lunchbox using a plastic jerrycan. They're using the cutter to shape it. Say that they are very useful when it comes to like things you want to carry that they are too heavy or anything you want to store.
For the school management, this initiative represents an important step forward, raising environmentally conscious students prepared for the future.
Yes, teachers do their best by ensuring that they chip in elements of having a good environment in each of their lessons, even before and during and after their lessons. But I would say curriculum planners should definitely create a proper subject that will enable proper knowledge of environmental sustainability.
And for others watching and wondering how to be part of such impact, Innovate has a message of its own.
So the plan is to take this initiative to different schools in Abuja for a start, before it starts going national. And eventually we'll come to a point where we'll have competitions based on environmental sustainability, which is a key goal because the whole world at large is focused on environmental sustainability. How do we make the world a better place for humans to live in? And Nigeria, as though we're catching up, we're trying to catch up because the world has gone far. Maybe we're just a few steps back, but I mean with this initiative, we can catch up with the rest of the world and hopefully join the leagues in talking about environmental sustainability.
Splendor, after everything we have seen today, I keep thinking about a series I recently watched, The War Between the Land and the Sea.
We do not know you.
Well, I am Ambassador Sir Jonathan Hynes.
You are not known to us. We would speak with him.
That's BBC and Disney sci-fi drama, right? On the surface, it's about a conflict between humans and an ancient ocean species. But underneath, it delivers a serious message about pollution and environmental neglect.
Exactly. The story imagines the ocean pushing back, demanding accountability for years of waste dumping and damage by human activity.
And what makes it powerful is how it reminds us that waste doesn't disappear. It ends up in rivers, in oceans, and eventually impacts ecosystems and us.
That's likely why global media giants like the BBC and Disney invest in stories like this. With their resources, they use film and storytelling to raise awareness about environmental responsibility on a worldwide scale.
But awareness doesn't only come from big screens and global productions.
Exactly. While BBC and Disney use cameras, actors, and special effects to tell environmental stories, organizations like Innovate, through Ecolab, are using workshops, classrooms, and hands-on learning to pass the message directly to young people.
And here on NTA, we remain committed to sharing stories that inform, inspire, and empower communities to build a better future.
This is Tech Mode, your #1 source for technology innovation and impact stories. I am Malami Haruna Dogondaji.
And I'm Splendor Omale, logging off.
Although social media as a channel of communication is inherently harmless, it becomes harmful and damaging when used without discretion and thoughtfulness. Bad social media users spread rumors and fake news without verification. But good social media users stop, reflect, and verify information before sharing it. Be a good social media user. Stop the spread of fake news. Verify the authenticity of your source and use social media responsibly for a better Nigeria. This message is brought to you by the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, in collaboration with the National Orientation Agency.
Entertainment holds a very, very big key to unlocking the potential for Africa from the economic point of view, from the reputation point of view, as one of the platforms and the tools that we have to really show the world how we want them to see and engage with our country and our continent. Our stories have always been cultivated locally and internationally, from the times of Fela Kuti, King Sunny Ade, Oliver De Coque, Orlando Owo, and what have you, to today, in the days of Olamide and Wizkid and Tems and Burna Boy. The African story is powerful. African creativity is potent, and we continue to demonstrate that with how we utilize it locally and internationally. What we are seeing right now is that today's technology allows us to benefit more from the exploiting of that creativity, whether it's through YouTube or through Spotify or through Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. I look forward to a time where we will not only participate as passengers, as minority participants in global entertainment, but where we will be mainstream, where we get to a point where we are mainstream, at the Oscars, at the Grammys, at all of that, but where we also own channels and platforms that are as mainstream, as global as what we have today. It benefits the continent commercially, it benefits us reputationally, and to be able to just encourage practitioners, policymakers, stakeholders, investors to continue to do the work to make African entertainment global.
Any question?
With time, we face time. Then we now put Rodo in his mouth.
Get me amala with plenty meat, the way I like it. Assorted though.
Time, measured, counted, controlled. In much of the modern world, time is something we chase or something that escapes us. But what if time is not a thing to be controlled? What if time is simply something we live? In Western societies, time is linear, a straight line moving from past to present to future. It is divided into seconds, minutes, hours. It is scheduled, optimized, monetized. Time is money. But across many Nigerian and African cultures, time follows a different rhythm. According to Kenyan philosopher John Mbiti, African time is not abstract. It is event-based. Time does not exist on its own. It exists because something is happening. Without people, time has no meaning.
What time will the meeting start? It will start when others arrive. Just exercise patience.
Here, time is not fixed by a clock. It is defined by people, by events, by life itself. Among the Yoruba people, time is often described through events. When the sun rises, after the market closes, during the raining days. time is tied to nature and activities. For the Fulanis, life is structured around cattle, seasons, and movements, measured by grazing circles, rainfall, community rituals, not by clocks, but by survival and rhythm. In many African societies, waiting is not wasted time. It is time spent connecting. Where modern systems see delay, African tradition often sees opportunity for relationship, for conversation, for presence. Two concepts of time. One measures life, the other experiences it.
Amanda, what's going on here? Why do you have your things scattered all over